The lesson that cost more than a designer uniform. The principal's office felt like an icebox. Across from me sat Mrs. Harrington. She was the queen bee of the Shoreline Academy board, dripping in diamonds and pure, unadulterated fury. "Your son," she hissed, pointing a trembling finger at my 12-year-old Leo, "has destroyed over $5,000 of custom-made graduation blazers. He's a delinquent." I looked at Leo. He was sitting perfectly still, his knuckles white, but his head held high. Around his feet sat a pile of navy blue wool, shredded into unrecognizable strips with a pair of heavy-duty shop shears. "Leo?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. "What happened?" Before he could speak, Mrs. Harrington barked, "What happened is anarchy. We commissioned those blazers for the top-tier achievers. It was a visual representation of excellence for the final ceremony." Leo finally looked up. "Mom, they weren't for excellence, they were for the donors' circle." My heart sank. I'm a high school teacher. I'd saved for 3 years to send Leo to Shoreline for his final year. "Explain," I said. "The school told the Tier 3 kids, the ones on scholarships, that if we wanted to wear the same blazer as the legacy kids, we had to earn it. Not with grades, but with service hours." Leo's voice started to tremble. "For 2 weeks, while the other kids were at tennis camp or having pizza parties, we were assigned to the janitorial crew. We scrubbed the bleachers. We emptied the trash cans after the school gala. We were told, if we worked hard enough, we'd get the blazer." He looked at Mrs. Harrington. "But yesterday, you told Marcus he didn't earn his because his father couldn't afford the mandatory $50 tailoring fee. Marcus worked until his hands bled, and you told him he'd have to sit in the back row during graduation in his old faded sweatshirt. So he didn't spoil the aesthetic." The silence in the room was deafening. "So," Leo said, a single tear finally falling, "if Marcus wasn't good enough to wear the uniform after all that work, then nobody was. I took the shears from the shop class. I didn't want the legacy kids to look perfect while Marcus was made to feel invisible." I stood up, grabbed Leo's hand, and looked Mrs. Harrington right in the eye. "Send me the bill," I said, "and I'll pay it. But I think your school is the one that's morally bankrupt."